Hello everyone and welcome to Prof Talks. In today's presentation, we'll have a look at the warning letter that is issued to the Baxter Healthcare Ahmedabad, Gujarat facility, which was published on 25th July 2023. This warning letter is referenced as 3202318 and it is published on 25th July 2023 for the field establishment number 300461040 for Ahmedabad facility for the inspection conducted in January 19 to January 27, 2023. The firm submitted the response on February 17, 2023. However, the response was found to be inadequate by the USFDA. Before moving ahead, please ensure that you have subscribed to the channel Prof Talks and have pressed the bell icon so that you can receive the notification of upcoming presentations. The warning letter references 4 observations, the first of which is failed to thoroughly investigate any unexplained discrepancy or failure of the batch. For example, it stated that the firm failed to conduct adequate investigations. So into the 2 examples cited, endotoxin testing and 100% automated visual inspection. So the investigations conducted are not thorough, not extended to appropriate scope and not based on scientifically supported root cause. One example cited is of the endotoxin testing where the firm invalidated multiple endotoxin tests related to some particulate matter. However, they did not characterize the particulate matter and attributed them to the environmental and laboratory conditions. So they did not definitively identify the source of the particulate matter, define the scope of the potentially impacted operations. In the previous inspection that was conducted in May 22, FDA cited inadequate investigations into these particular areas and OS of endotoxin. So subsequently, they had a meeting on October 5, 2022, in which the firm was requested to perform a retrospective assessment of the investigations. Okay. However, during the current inspection, so it was noted that the investigations were not opened or otherwise they were not reassessed. The third party consultants were used to perform a retrospective assessments of this. However, the firm did not notify of the previous 483 observations to the third party consultant. Example cited under the first observation is the firm did not adequately investigate the failures of the automatic visual inspection machines. Okay, so there were several discrepancies noted with the functioning of the machine. However, the firm continued to use this machine for inspect the commercially distributed products. Okay, they fully relied onto this automatic visual inspection machine and did not perform any 100% visual inspection, that is the manual visual inspection to support. So there was also challenges with the defects kit. So the defect kit excluded the use of particles with the low detectability and used the dark particles. However, still there was problem and capability issues. However, though no investigation was carried out to determine why there was issues with the detection part. Okay, the firm provided a response, but the USFDA cited this response as inadequate. So similar observations were also noted during the earlier inspections of 2017, for which a warning letter was previously also issued in July 2018, and the firm in the regulatory meeting of October 22 submitted a definitive response and committed to carry out appropriate CAPAs. Response which was submitted on February 17, 2023, the firm committed to carry out further revisions into the investigation procedures. However, did not adequately address the failure to conduct timely investigations into the recurring and persistent issues. Okay. Also, it did not adequately address the use of an insufficiently qualified equipment for 100% visual inspection of the injectable products for 5 years. Okay, the USFDA also states that though it supports the use of an automated visual inspection machines, however, this should be rigorously studied for their capability and robustness under various conditions. Okay, also it does not supplant the need of an 100% manual visual inspection of various other attributes, for example like cracks. The FDA expects that in response to this letter, the firm should provide a written commitment to have all lots of the finished product manufactured at the facility analyzed by a qualified laboratory for endotoxins, a comprehensive independent assessment and remediation plan for the visual inspection of the sterile products which are already distributed into the market for particulate matter, an independent third-party assessment and remediation plan of the entire CAPA program, and a third-party protocol and the executed report for the retrospective review of the particulate matter investigation associated with the products distributed in the United States. Second observation is failed to establish and follow adequate return procedures for cleaning and maintenance of the equipment. In this, during the investigation, the FDA investigator observed white spot at the bottom of the bulk solution holding tank, which is a non-dedicated cleaned equipment. Okay, so it was identified later that it is of the previous product. The firm provided a response and stated that they updated the cleaning procedure to require a vessel to be dry before conducting the visual inspection and use of a side glass. However, did not provide the scientific justification for use of visual inspection to verify removal of levels of the equipment as low as ppm. Okay, the response also stated that did not provide a comprehensive investigation to the assessment of impact of cleaning deviation and did not propose a systematic assessment of the equipment cleaning program. In response, the FDA expects a comprehensive independent retrospective assessment of the cleaning effectiveness to evaluate the scope of cross-contamination hazards. Okay, the assessment should identify any inadequacies of the cleaning procedures and practices and each piece of manufacturing equipment used to manufacture. A more comprehensive and a robust CAPA plan based on retrospective assessment for that includes appropriate remediation to the cleaning procedures and practices, improvements to the cleaning program including enhancement of the cleaning effectiveness, improved ongoing verification of proper cleaning execution for all products and equipment. Observation cited is failed to establish adequate return procedures for production and process control. Okay, so in this the specific observation is given for the visual inspection and it has been cited that visual inspection is inadequate to provide assurance of the quality of the product because the person involved in the 100% manual inspection were performing the visual inspection for less than the minimum amount of time required by the return procedures. Also, there was a lack of scientific justification for removing of vials containing particles from the defect kits. Some vials of the defect kits were removed, however, no scientific justification was provided. In the response that was submitted, the firm stated of using a pacing device during 100% visual inspection and requiring a supervisor to periodically verify the visual inspection times. However, they did not provide any of the details of the pacing device or requalifying the operators following implementation of the pacing device. So in response to this letter, it is expected that they provide a comprehensive independent assessment of each lot of injectable that has been distributed in the United States to meet the particles of visible particles. Okay, the assessment also should include the gaps and other deficiencies identified during independent assessment. Observation specifically is related to the adequacy and appropriateness of the design, size and location suitability of the equipment used in the manufacturing. So there is an example cited where one during the inspection revealed several instances of damaged metal and plastic parts, open vials exposed to worn bolt threading, etc. It also had employees to duck underneath the sterile processing line conveyor in order to perform the interventions. In the response, the firm has provided a commitment to carry out the corrections to address the deficiencies, however did not commit to perform a comprehensive assessment of the facility's production line to ensure that they are properly designed. Hence, in response to this letter, they should provide a comprehensive independent assessment of the design of each sterile drug production line, including the layouts, equipment placements, etc., as well as a comprehensive independence assessment of the condition of equipment, including change parts and the procedures and practices followed. Effective quality system has been cited. The significant findings that are noted during the inspection demonstrate that the quality system of the firm is ineffective and the quality unit is unable and insufficiently implemented its responsibilities. So the management is directed to immediately and comprehensively assess the company's global manufacturing operations and ensure that they are in state of control as per the FDA requirement. The second thing is they mentioned of the process control. So the firm does not have adequate ongoing programs for monitoring the process controls. And third thing is the use of CGMP consultants. So the as the violations have been cited, FDA recommends the use of an independent third party qualified GMP consultants to carry out the assessments and ensuring the state of control. However, the firm's executive management remain responsible for resolving all the deficiencies and flaws that have been identified. So in the conclusion part, they have stated the standard statements that the violations cited in this are not all inclusive and it is the firm's responsibility to determine any other deficiencies. So if the firm is considering taking some action which is likely to disrupt the supply, they should contact the FDA's CDR's drug shortage department so that they can work together. The violations can withhold approval of new applications and the ongoing applications, and the failure to address the violations can result into the ban of products into the facility into the US territory, that is the import alert. Conclusion also states that the firm should arrange a regulatory meeting within 5 days of this receipt of this letter. Also, as a standard format, they should respond within 15 working days of this receipt of letter to the specified email address and defining the FEI number. And this warning letter has been signed by Francis Godwin, Director, Office of Manufacturing Quality, Office of Compliance, CDER. We come to the end of this presentation. Hope you have liked the presentation. Kindly subscribe to the channel Prof Talks for more such informative videos.